Hello everyone, this is Wally Bananas. Welcome to another video. In this video, we're going to showcase a team that consists of two ice types in the back. I wouldn't consider myself to be the creator of the strategy because Oxford U has been using a double ice strategy for a very long time, a few seasons now in Open Ultra League, but we're actually using the double ice strategy in Ultra League Premier Cup. I got the idea actually from my sub battle against JJan on Keen's channel. At the time, he was running a Abomasnow and Lapras in the back in Open Ultra League as well. But I thought that Abomasnow and Lapras are very solid Pokemon, and I think they could work in Ultra League Premier Cup as well. So obviously, when you have two ice types in the back, you need something to cover for the fighting weakness they both share, right? Because both your ice types are very weak to fighting type. So that's why I decided to have a Gallate in the lead. So the strategy of this team is to bait out a fighting type Pokemon with your Lapras, so that your Gallate can handle that fighting type, and then use your Abomasnow in the end game to finish the game. So without further ado, let's get into some of the battles. This team was very good for us. I think we went on 11-3-1 streak. So we drew one game, we won 11 games, and we only lost 3, I think. This team is fantastic. I love this team. It's very flexible, it's very bulky, a very bulky Pokemon in the back. So in this first game, we have against XL Galvantula. You guys know that I absolutely despise Galvantula XL, but we do see a lot of them. We sneak in a confusion, so we reach this Leaf Blade before my opponent can, and we most likely get a shield here. We actually don't get a shield, so I'm going to try to farm all the way down. My opponent got another lunge here, so I'm just going to double shield here, actually, and then confusion all the way down. So now I have a lot of energy on my Gallade, but I'm going to swap out right away. I think I'm going to go into I'm going to farm up to 2 Leaf Blades, and I'm going to go into my Lapras against their Lapras, or their Gyarados. Turns out they had an XL Stunfisk as well. It's fully maxed out. I don't think it's best buddied, but it is fully maxed out, 2445, a hundo. Yeah, it's not best buddied, but it's still very, very strong. But I think my opponent might make a mistake here. First of all, Stunfisk is not the best response against Lapras. It's pretty good, but it's not the best response. As you guys can see, we actually chip it down to half health, and we also got a shield from my opponent. And now he went for an Earthquake. I think he thought an Earthquake and a Rock Slide would KO, which would be less energy than 3 Rock Slides. But I think the correct play was probably going for 3 Rock Slides to KO my Lapras. So now he goes for a Rock Slide, but it actually doesn't KO, which allows us to get off another serve here. And we still have 2 Leaf Blades stored on my Gallade. So I think I'm going to try to swap out. My opponent doesn't shield. Okay, so now I'm just going to go into Abomasnow right away. I have 2 Leaf Blades stored. All I have to do is get that last shield from my opponent Gyarados. Once that shield is out of the picture, we could definitely handle it with energy, a lot of energy on my Gallade. So I'm going to go for straight Weather Balls. Eventually he has to shield it. At this point I could probably go for a energy ball, but I think I'm gonna go for the Weather Ball just to chip it down into Leaf Blade range, and Gallade will almost always win CMP tie against other Ultra League Pokemon. So I think it's safer to just go for the Weather Ball, and here I force my opponent to throw some energy here, otherwise we're gonna get to another Weather Ball, right? So my opponent most likely doesn't even have 2 moves here, and all I have to do is go for a Leaf Blade, but I decided to go for a Close Combat because why not? It will KO anyways, right? Unless there is a 3rd shield by my opponent. If there was a 3rd shield, then I might have lost this game by throwing a Close Combat. Fortunately, there was no 3rd shield, so we got that first win with this team. This was actually like the first time I was trying out this team. I thought it was really strong. And I think we hit veteran with this team as well. So I think this team has a lot of play. My initial thoughts of building this team was that I really wanted to beat double dragon teams. And this team is very good against double dragon because you have 2 ice types in the back, right? That can totally destroy their Dragonites. Here, okay, we ran into a lot of Alolan Ninetales as well, XL. It's very, very tanky and very spammy. Here they go for a Weather Ball, or it could be a Dazzling Gleam, but I'm gonna call that they go for a straight Weather Ball. Oh, actually I shield the first one. Okay, that is fine as well. I'm gonna try to catch a Weather Ball. I do catch a Weather Ball, which is perfect. If it's Dazzling Gleam, it might be even better. But let's see, what do we catch? We catch a Weather Ball, so it basically wasted energy, and we baited out the fighter, the Machamp. So that is really good for us. Seeing the fighter out, because now my Abomasnow doesn't have to face this Shadow Machamp, right? And Lapras can actually force some shields from the Machamp, which is really great. I can go for another surf here if my opponent doesn't throw, but my opponent counts my energy, so he throws the cross chop on the CMP tie. Very well played by my opponent. But I still have some energy on my Gallate. I think I'm going to throw my move right away. Gallate wins CMP tie against Machamp as well. I don't want to tank any cross chop or potential rock slide from the Shadow Machamp. Even though it's resisted, it will still do a lot of damage. My opponent actually shields again, which was pretty interesting. I don't need to shield my Gallade. It will do a lot of damage, but it won't be enough to KO. Yeah, so we still have a decent amount of health. Here they go into Dribblum, and we have another Ice type Pokemon in the back. So yeah, this is the power of double Ice types. Opponent probably expected our Lapras to be the only Ice type, but turned out we had a Abomasnow in the back, which will absolutely destroy this XL Dribblum. But they kept their Shadow Machamp, so that's also a pretty good play by my opponent. So now I still need to be careful. I need to build up to more energy for sure before throwing. I think my opponent only has a Icy Wind here, so I don't have to shield this. Abomasnow XL is very tanky. I have a very tanky Abomasnow, so I'm going to farm the Dribblum all the way down. And then I'm going to go for a Energy Ball. I think Energy Ball will hit neutral to both of the opponent Pokemon. My opponent comes out with the Alolan Ninetales. I go for the Energy Ball. My opponent actually made a catch into Machamp, which is totally fine. I think he was trying to catch a Weather Ball, but he actually caught an Energy Ball, and then we swap into Gallate, get one more confusion. Now we have a close combat. And then we just throw the close combat to one-hit KO this Alolan Ninetales, who is at very low HP. So good game to my opponent. He had 2 XL Pokemon, I guess, but Alolan Ninetales definitely a very, very strong pick. If it has Charm, it would be a lot different against my Gallade, but fortunately it didn't have Charm. Okay, so here we're against Dragonite. I have 2 Ice type in the back, so I'm gonna try to swap out right away. And then they had a Escavalier in the back, which is again a fighter that we're drawing out. And I think Lapras can actually grab a shield from this Escavalier, because we should be able to reach to another serve. That's just the power of a Lapras. Even against a fighter like a Escavalier or Machamp, a lot of times you can flip the shield advantage if you get a little bit of energy lead. So here I should get to another serve. Oh, okay. I think my opponent got 3 counters when I only got 1 Ice Shard. There was a little bit of lag, so that prevented us from getting the second serve. But usually you should be able to get to the second serve against this Cavalier. Unfortunately, we didn't get to it because they got a free counter, I think. That is fine. So now I'm gonna farm 2 more confusions, or 3 confusions, exactly at the drill room. When they get to the drill room, I'm gonna throw this Leaf Blade. But this game is looking pretty tough right now, because I have very low HP. Do have a little bit of energy stored. So now I go into Abomasnow. They had a Empoleon in the back. In the 2 shields, this is not a great matchup, because the waterfall will definitely chip us down. Let's see. I think I make a misplay in this game as well. I think I could definitely win this game if I played a little better. But as you guys are going to see, I think I definitely make some big misplays. Let's see. So I'm going to go straight Energy Ball. My opponent goes for a straight Drill Peck, which makes sense. It hits for super effective damage against my Abomasnows. Alright. They go for another Drill Peck here. I'm down. So I used up all my shields at this point. My opponent definitely gave me a win condition at the end, but I didn't take it. Let's see. I got a defense spell, which is really good. Now I just go for the 3rd Energy Ball, which should almost KO. My opponent makes a perfect swap, but this swap also gives me a chance to win this game. Because now I can farm this all the way down. Either farm this all the way down or get it low enough. Okay, so they threw energy. This is very important. So now I have a Leaf Blade stored on my Gallate. I'm 1 confusion away from the close combat. All I need to do is get it 1 more. All I need to do was 1 more Powder Snow, so that my confusion there would take out the Dragonite, and then I can throw the close combat against the Empoleon, and then I would have won the game. I needed 1 more Powder Snow before swapping to my Gallade to do that 1 confusion, and then I would have won that game just by throwing the close combat. So definitely a mistake in hindsight. It was a game that I could have won if I played a little bit better. So here we're against Machamp. They swap into Snorlax. Machamp is very good lead. Snorlax is pretty good against my team in general, because it has access to super power, which does super effective damage against my Lapras and my Abomasnow. So I go into my Lapras. I think I'm gonna wait for them to throw a superpower so that they debuff themselves before I go for the Surf. Ooh, okay, I actually go for the Surf right away. I guess I figured that 2 superpowers won't KO a Lapras anyways, because it's a normal Snorlax. Let's see. Does he go for the back-to-back superpower here? He goes for the first superpower. It does half of our HP. The second one does a little bit less because their attack fell after the first superpower. Yep, so we should survive that. And then we farm this Snorlax down. I can go for a Surf right away against our Machamp to chip down the Machamp a little bit. This might be another game where we misplay. I'm not exactly sure, but we'll see. So I go for the Surf. We'll do a lot of damage against this Machamp. Yep, almost half. And then they got a free counter as well, again. So that may actually be very important there. Okay, so they got to a move here. I thought it was probably a Rock Slide or Cross Chop, which doesn't KO my Gallade, but it was actually a close combat, which did half of our health. It was absolutely insane. That did so much damage. And then they had a Skarmory in the back. So this is a matchup that happens a lot in Grey League as well. Abomasnow versus a Skarmory. If I remember correctly, Shadow Abomasnow can actually beat Skarmory in the 1 shield, going straight for Weather Balls. But I think the regular Abomasnow will lose to a Skarmory in the 1 shield. I'm not sure about how the Ultra League matchup goes, but I think the more shields we have, 2 shield matchup is probably better than 1 shield matchup for Abomasnow. Because we can spam out this Weather Balls a lot better. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so we have two shield, obviously. I'm gonna go for this Weather Ball to take out the last of my opponent's shield. And now it's a race for the next Weather Ball, but I think my opponent might swap out into Machamp. Ooh, they got 1 counter with the Machamp. That is very bad. That is very bad. I think because my opponent got that free 2 counters when they swapped in and I didn't swap out in time, that's what cost me the game. If I swap out right away and simultaneous KO, then maybe I could have gotten into another Weather Ball to KO the Skarmory. But overall, it was very close. Here we're against the Charizard. I actually went into my Lapras right away. Again, we bait out the fighter here. So we see this Machamp. And generally they shouldn't have another one, right? Generally, they just have a fighter in the back to deal with tanks. And or in our case, ice types. But here, I'm going to go for another serve to force a shield. My opponent has to shield here. Or he may let it go because he doesn't want Gallate to farm it down. Let's see what my opponent says to do. He lets Machamp go. Okay. So Lapras just took switch advantage, which doesn't really matter for me because my Abomasnow is not great against Charizard. Fortunately, it's not a Fire Spin Charizard. So Abomasnow is not that bad against it. They go for a Dragon Claw, which was not enough to KO a Lapras. Lapras is absolutely thick, which allowed us to get off this serve. Did so much damage. They didn't shield. I think I'm going to go into Gallade and then try to farm, because Gallade with the energy is very, very deadly against almost anything. Almost anything, Gallade will do a lot of damage against. Here, almost farming it all the way down. But my opponent actually got a move here. It's probably a Dragon Claw, but I decided to shield anyways. I wanted to preserve my Gallade. Turned out they had a Typhlosion in the back. So they had 2 fire types Pokemon, which is very interesting. Not very friendly for my Abomasnow, right? So now I have to rely on my Gallade to finish off this game. I'm going to go for straight Leaf Blades. And then I'm actually going to transfer that damage into my Abomasnow, that Incinerate. I'm going to force my opponent to throw at least one move. There's no way he farms me all the way down, because I will definitely take this out if he tried to farm me all the way down. I force my opponent to throw energy, which is very good. Now I can just rely on my Gallade. I have 1 shield. They're not going to get to another Blast Burn, right? Because they just threw the move. And now I just have to land a Leaf Blade. Actually, we'll stop attacking here for a minute. I want to see the Incinerate animation go through, so I can ensure that my opponent doesn't try to catch it with their Charizard, right? I don't want to, because my lose condition was my opponent catching the Leaf Blade with their Charizard. So yeah, that's my way of avoiding my opponent catching my moves. Just seeing their animation go through and then deciding to throw my move. Alright, next game. So I think this is the set that got us to Veteran. And then we got a really good set after hitting Veteran as well. So here, very good lead against Toxicroak. This might be a game that I misplay and end up being a draw. But we'll see, Swapping to Lapras. I anticipate Lapras in the back. This is a very common team that's run by a lot of people, with Snorlax and Lapras in the back, and then a Toxicroak in the lead. So they go into the Snorlax safe swap. Again, I'm going to chip it down with the Leaf Blade and then go into my Lapras. I'm going to wait for them to throw this superpower before I throw my Surf. So I probably throw my Surf right here. Okay, it didn't really allow us to throw. I think they just... Okay. I think I tried to click on it. Maybe we lose CMP. Yeah, maybe... I guess Lapras loses CMP against Snorlax. They're both very low attack weighted, right? But this is actually not bad, because this means that their Toxicroak is not going to get a lot of farm here. Because our Lapras is pretty low. They got 3 counters worth of farm. Yep. So it's not the worst. And now I'm going to go back into my Gallade. We know that they probably have a Lapras in the back, unless it's something else. Yeah, it is a Lapras. Yeah, this is a game that I misplay massively, but you guys will see. So I go for the Energy Ball. I think So from my side, I think I just need to save my shields for my Gallade in order to win this matchup, right? Because Gallade will just confusion the Toxicroak all the way down very easily. So of course I'm not gonna shield my Abomasnows anyways. And for some reason I don't throw the energy ball here. That is the worst. Oh my god, this is actually kind of cringe to watch. Because it doesn't matter how much farm their Toxicroak gets off my Abomasnow, I can always finish it off with my Gallade. But because we don't because we don't go for the energy ball, my opponent gets a serve here. And then they could actually farm me down, which would be the worst case scenario, right? So I'm thinking I don't want to get farmed down here. I want to go into my my Gallade. I need to farm this Lapras down before he gets to another move. But my opponent got to another move here, which is terrible for me. That means I have to expend a shield. The Toxicroak got 4 counters beforehand, or 5. So he needs 7 more counters for 2 Mud Bombs. So 4. Okay, so it needs 3 more counters here to get to the next Mud Bomb. We only have 1 shield because we had to shield the serve. I need to kill it in 1 confusion, otherwise it will get to the next one, because 1, 2, 3, he gets it off in the confusion animation, the Mud Bomb, which will KO my Gallade, and then I get a draw with Abomasnow against their Toxicroak. So very unfortunate. Yeah, I definitely should have won that game if I just went for a straight energy ball to take out the Lapras, so that I had 2 shields for my Gallade. So here we get Umbreon, one of the worst leads ever. But I'm actually going to stay in here. I'm going to go for a close combat. So we get to it 1 turn, 2 turn earlier before there's a Snarl's finish. So we should be able to swap out technically. But there is something in the game called fake CMP tie, where technically it shouldn't happen, but it happens. Because we did 4 confusions exactly, so they were at 6 snarls, which meant they were at 2 turns behind. But for some reason, there is something called fake CMP tie, so my opponent got off that move, which did a lot of damage to us because of the defense fell. But anyways, here they come out with the Charmer. I swapped into my Lapras. Clefable. It's very possible that they have another Charmer in the back. It could be a Alolan Ninetales XL, or it could be the classic Togekiss. Let's see. I'm gonna go for the next serve. If my opponent doesn't throw some energy, we got a shield, which is very nice. I think I'm actually gonna go into my Abomasnow and attempt to farm this all the way down. Let's see. Because I'm thinking if it's a Togekiss or a Charmer, I need a lot of energy in order to beat it. So, yep, I do go into Abomasnow. They get off. Oh, this is another game I misplay a lot, I think. But anyways, I'm gonna go for this energy ball against this Alolan Ninetales. Yeah, so it did turn out to be a Alolan Ninetales, which is a very strong Pokemon, right? It gets off those weather balls extremely fast, as you guys can see. It's not fully maxed out, but it's almost maxed out at 2454. Very, very bad for me. I'm gonna go for energy ball, double energy ball here. My opponent might not shield. My opponent does not shield. That means I want to farm this down with my Gallade. I think my Gallade is almost close to a move. Let's see. I'm gonna go into my Gallade here probably. Ooh, I'm gonna farm this Ninetales all the way down. I like this play as well. So now I have a little bit of energy with my Abomasnow, right? They come out with an Umbreon. They get off a move off here. I have to shield this. And I have to go for the energy ball in order to take down this Umbreon. Or I might just go for Weather Ball here. I do go for the Weather Ball. I want to get the shield. If they don't shield this, maybe I will Powder Snow it down. So my opponent probably shields here. They do shield. I'm going to try to catch a move with my Gallade. Or, okay, I go for the Weather Ball. I want to chip it down a little bit more to force my opponent to throw some energy. Their Clefable is very low. So I actually swap out into my Gallade right here. They come out with the Clefable. They don't take us out with 2 charms, and we have a Leaf Blade because we take down the Clefable with 2 confusions, and now we can just go for this Leaf Blade in order to take down this Umbreon. So very, very close game. 1 HP and a Dream on our Gallade. So good game to my opponent. I think this is a set that we get to Veteran, but let's see. Again, another Alolan Ninetales. It's such a strong Pokemon, very obnoxious. It's not exactly fully maxed out XL, so it's not the worst. Here we're gonna farm. My opponent gets to a Dazzling Gleam right here, but I'm gonna call the bait. It's very risky for them to go for the Dazzling Gleam because if we shield the Dazzling Gleam, this matchup is gonna be very tough for my opponent. And if they go for straight Weather Ball, they will get my shield and a little bit of chip damage anyways, right? So I like the play by my opponent, going for those straight Weather Balls. My opponent also makes a beautiful catch into a Dribblum. Yep. And I think the safer option for me is going to Abomasnow here. I could go into the Lapras as well, but Lapras is a great matchup against Alolan Ninetales, so I decided to just use my Abomasnow to take down this Dribblum. I'm gonna overfarm a lot of energy here, and then I'm gonna take down this Balloon with a Weather Ball before they get to the next Icy Wind. So this takes out the Dribblum, and they probably come back with the Alolan Ninetales. I'm gonna go for an Energy Ball. It forces my opponent to shield, or we take down the Alolan Ninetales as well, right? Okay, so we get a shield advantage here, which is very nice. We still have energy stored on the Gallade. One thing I really like to do is saving energy on Gallade, because Gallade will hit very hard and almost always win CMP. Right, so we come back with a Lapras, and they had a Fighter in the back, a Machamp. I'm going to try to get the Surf off, and then we get a little bit of lag. It doesn't allow us to click on the Surf. Eventually, we get the Surf, which is nice. We still have a Leaf Blade stored. So I'm going to swap into my Gallade, go for the Leaf Blade, force the opponent's last shield. They have to shield this, or the Machamp will go down, right? Yep, we get a shield, and I'm going to farm up. I'm going to go for this Leaf Blade right away. I just need this Machamp gone, right? Gallade wins CMP against Machamp. I figure my opponent might try to throw on CMP, but he didn't know that we win CMP with Gallade. So I think this is a pretty much good game, because there is nothing this Alolan Ninetales can do against my Lapras. The Ice type move are double resisted, so my opponent concedes the match. Good game to my opponent. Here we have Gallate versus Ampharos. Very neutral lead. They outspam us to the Thunder Punches, but our confusions are absolutely chunking away as well, and we also win CMP. So we get an extra confusion here, which meant that we probably get the 2 Leaf Blades back to back, unless they sneak in the move as well. So we go for a Leaf Blade. I didn't see a move sneaked in, but I think it was a visual lag. Probably a visual glitch, because I think he was if you see the health, our health actually went down, and actually even didn't allow us to CMP tie here. They got off a Volt Switch, and they got off Volt Switches, and they were able to throw the Thunder Punch before I was even able to throw the Leaf Blade. I really don't enjoy these type of desyncs, but it's the state of the game, right? There's nothing we can do. Here they come out with the Bronzong, which is very good against my whole team, pretty much. I think at this point I realize there is not much we can do to win this game. Ooh, I make a misplay here as well by not throwing my serve. Maybe I had a little bit of play if I was able to get that shield at least. So now it's essentially GG. They have a shield. The Gallate can just handle both of my Pokemon right now. They need 4 more confusions for the next close combat, which will KO. And all they have to do is shield this one, and then go for the close combat to take out my Abomasnow. And they still have a Bronzong in the back, which I have 0 answer to. Yeah, I realized that they got the close combat, and I wasn't gonna beat the Bronzong XL anyways. So, good game to my opponent. Here, we're faced up against Abomasnow. This one's very interesting. Obviously, they most likely go for straight weather balls. There's also an XL Abomasnow. It will do a lot of damage. It might have to shield one of them. I think I like to go for a Leaf Blade against Abomasnow, because it's very risky for them not to shield, especially because they have so much energy. And we can always swap out right away. We click on the Leaf Blade, but for some reason the swiping animation is a close combat. It says we did use Leaf Blade, right? But the swiping was Leaf Blade. What the heck? Here we're going to our Lapras. We're gonna soak all the damage from this Abomasnow, which is fine. It does half of our health, which is fine. They come out with the Galvantula. This is actually pretty nice. Well, not that nice, but at least we can chip down this Galvantula anyways. He might look to farm us all the way down, but I think we should be able to get another Surf off, right? And this will force a shield from my opponent, which is extremely good for us. Yep, we do get a shield, and we chip down this Galvantula. They actually have 0 shield. I have a move stored, or I'm 1 away. Let's see. On the Gallate, I'm very close to a move. Yep. Okay, so I did go for the Leaf Blade. That's why I'm only 1 confusion away from the Leaf Blade. I'm gonna try to get the Leaf Blade off, because I saw that I got a confusion through. I click on the Leaf Blade. Apparently we lose CMP, which is not great. So I'm just gonna let this Gallate go at this point, and I'm gonna Powder Snow. I can't even Powder Snow all the way down. I have to throw this Weather Ball just before they get to the lunge, right? A little bit unfortunate, but we had to go for that. Okay. And then they go to their Abomasnow. I don't shield this because the Weather Ball doesn't do too much damage to us. Yep. I'm gonna overfarm, and it turned out they had a Politoed in the back. All I have to do is basically get 2 energy balls to take down this Politoed, and then go for a Weather Ball to KO the Abomasnow with very low health in the back. I think this was just a Weather Ball from my opponent, so I don't have to shield this. It is just a Weather Ball, so I will let that go. And then I'm going to go for this Energy Ball, because I don't want to tank another Weather Ball from my opponent. Technically we could farm up to an Energy Ball and a Weather Ball, but I decided to just play it safe, go for the Energy Ball, and we should get to the Weather Ball before my opponent gets to 2 moves. So that's good game. GG to my opponent. Very well played. So yeah, so we finally hit Veteran with this team. We did struggle a little bit in Ultra League Premier Cup, but we're able to get to Veteran. Okay, we actually tried out a Crustle for 1 game, just for fun. I think it would be fun to showcase this battle as well. Just 1 game we played with the Crustle, because Crustle is actually pretty good against a lot of the Pokemon in the meta. For example, it's very good against Talonflame or Charizard, right? Also, it's very good against the Ice types. So we're against the Snorlax. They go for the Superpower. Crustle can tank that, no problem. They come out with Gengar. I'm gonna go for a Rock Slide to chip down this Gengar or get a shield. Okay, we get a shield, and we actually had a Gallade in this game. So I'm gonna go into my Gallade. I do have to double shield, I think, in order to farm down this Gengar. Yep, so I do have to double shield. but I want to farm this Gengar all the way down and come out with a lot of energy with the Gallade. Gallade is just such a flexible Pokemon. As long as you don't meet those Charmers, Gallade is absolutely a beast. Here I'm going to go for close combat right away. I just want to draw the shield from my opponent. And I don't think my opponent can lick us all the way down even after we go for the close combat. So yep, my opponent had to throw some energy, otherwise we're gonna get the close combat off and take out this Snorlax. So now it's looking pretty good. One shield to one shield, and we had a Venusaur in the back. I want to get this Frenzy Plant off. I was hoping that it was a CMP tie, but they got to the move one turn earlier. They threw. Very smart play by my opponent. Because I don't think there is any way Venusaur loses the CMP, so it must have been a fake CMP, which is a little bit unfortunate. So we didn't get extra energy. They go into Machamp. They need a Rock Slide to KO us, but we get to the Frenzy one counter before they get to the Rock Slide. So they just tried to go for the Cross Chop, but Cross Chop definitely does not KO a Venusaur. It's resisted, and we get a Frenzy Plant off, which should almost one-hit KO this Machamp. Actually went into Cross Soul to finish the game. Good measure. So yeah, good game. And now I think we go back into our double ice team. We messed around, we dropped down a lot, and then we went back to the ice double ice team. And as you guys are gonna see, we actually got a 5-0 set once we went back to the double ice strategy. This is the power of the double ice. I really like this team. Let's see, my opponent goes for Drill Peck. It's against Empoleon, it makes sense. I'm gonna farm up. They had a Kingdra. I think I make a misplay here. It's probably a double dragon team. Against double dragon team, you kind of want to maintain switch advantage, but it's not the most important thing. So I think my best play was actually going for Leaf Blade first. But then again, saving energy is good as well. So here I go into our Lapras. We're down a shield, but I think I should be able to get a shield back here, or I take out this dragon, which would be very good as well. Let's see. We get a shield. That is great. That is actually really fantastic for us. Can we get to a Surf to chip this down even more? We do get to the Surf. So this Surf guarantees that this Kingdra is within the Leaf Blade range, right? We just need a Leaf Blade to take out this Kingdra at this point. So that means I'm going to go into my Gallade and throw my Leaf Blade right away against this Kingdra. I'm just going to spam my Leaf Blade right here. Yep, spam my Leaf Blade. Force a CMP tie. My opponent needs to shield if they want to throw some energy at me. So they don't throw energy. That is very great for me. And they come out with the second dragon. I'm going to save a Leaf Blade for later against the Empoleon, right? And then I go into my Abomasnow. I'm going to go for the energy balls right away. Let's see if my opponent shields. My opponent may not even shield this. Yeah, I guess they wanted to call my bait, but I wasn't baiting. I'm just going to shield this anyways, because I know that my Abomasnow can absolutely destroy the Dragonite, right? So now I'm going to overfarm. Not by that much. I'm going to go for a Weather Ball here to chip it down into a farm down range, hopefully, before they get to another Drill Peck. Okay. Yep, so I'm going to farm. Ooh, okay, that was very close. I think they were very close to a Drill Peck, but fortunately we got it down, and now Abomasnow vs Dragonite, doesn't matter if they have a shield, we're going to win that matchup anyways. That's why I love this team. It absolutely beats double dragon teams. So let's see. Here we have Gallate versus Abomasnow. Again, what I like to do is build up a lot of energy and then bait a close combat with the Leaf Blade. Yep. So here is when my opponent has double back-to-back Weather Balls. Very likely my opponent goes for them back-to-back, but I'm going to go for this Leaf Blade to force a CMP tie. And And this will most likely get a shield, because it's very risky for my opponent to not shield. So my opponent does shield, it was a CMP tie. I'm going to expand the shield as well, and I'm going to try to catch a move with my Lapras. Let's see if I'm able to do it successfully. They're 5 Powder Snow away. Oh, okay, I actually go for a close combat here before they get to the Weather Ball. And then I'm going to try to make a catch. Okay. Yep, and now I go into my Lapras, hoping to catch a move. But my opponent was smart, held on to his energy. He threw the energy ball here, which will chip down our Lapras. But the fact that he threw some energy tells me that he doesn't have a good response to a Lapras. And it did turn out that he had a Swampert in the back, which is not the best response to Lapras, right? They have to go for straight Earthquake, but I'm going to go for the Surf. They actually CMP tied on us, which is very smart play by my opponent. Earthquake will take us out. Yep, but this is actually not the worst thing ever. So now we can just go into our Abomasnow and farm a ton of energy. Because they showed that they have an Earthquake, it tells me that they probably don't have a Sludge Wave. I'm gonna no shield everything. I resist everything this Swampert can throw at us. So yeah, I'm gonna farm a ton of energy, as you guys are gonna see. I'm not gonna shield this one either. And then I'm gonna throw my Weather Ball to finish off the Swampert just before they get to another Hydro Cannon, because it's slowly chipping us down. Go for the Weather Ball right here. It will KO this Swampert, and we have a lot of residual energy. Their Abomasnow is almost out of energy, right? Because they went for the energy ball to chip down my Lapras. Let's see what they have in the back. They actually come out with the Abomasnow, which tells me they probably don't have a good response to my Abomasnow, right? But we'll see. Let's see what they have. The fact that yeah, so they had to dribble him in the back, which meant that my my Abomasnow just needed double Weather Balls to take out this flying balloon. And I think that should be a good game here. My opponent gets an Icy Wind here. I'm just gonna shield this, and that was a CMP tie, so good game to my opponent right here. I just need to land this Weather Ball. Yep. So as you guys are gonna see, with the shield up, with the shield advantage, Abomasnow can really handle a lot of Pokemon in the end game. All you have to do is try to bait out a counter to Abomasnow with the Lapras, and then maybe get a shield advantage, and then Abomasnow can absolutely bring destruction. Here we have a very good lead against Toxicroak. It could be the same team of Snorlax in the back, but actually it was an Umbreon. I just like to go for the close combat and then swap out right away. It will still chip down the Umbreon by a lot, right? Yep, now I'm going to swap out. My opponent actually shielded as well. I'm not going to shield my Gallade, because Gallade doesn't need a lot of health to take down the Toxicroak, right? That meant I'm just going to go into my Lapras right here. And then I'm going to go for straight Skull Bashes. I just want to raise my defense against this Umbreon, so we don't get chipped down by it too much. It's still not the best situation for us, because we're now desynced in switch time. That means when his switch clock is back up, he can go into the Toxicroak right away to farm a lot of energy while we're stuck and can't swap out, right? So what I need to do here is farm a lot of energy before going to the move. Oh, my opponent actually got the switch clock back up already, so I'm gonna go for this Surf. I want to stall the time as much as possible, and then go into my Gallade, and then Confusion all the way down. So I'm trying to spam the swap button here. I get the swap button here. I have to shield this, unfortunately, but I don't think my opponent will get another one here. Let's see. I got 1 confusion, 2 confusion, and we take out the Toxicroak, which is very good. That means the Abomasnow is safe from facing the fighter. Let's see. My opponent actually comes back in with the Umbreon. I should go for my Leaf Blade right away. Ooh, okay. I think that's a misplay by me by not going for the Leaf Blade because I wasn't going to reach the close combat, right? I kept track of their energy. I knew that they were going to go for that, but that's fine. I'm going to come out with the Abomasnow. At least they probably don't have a second fighter now. Here my opponent goes for a Foul Play, which does a lot of damage to us. Well, it chips down us a little bit, and then I'm going to go for this Energy Ball before they get to another Foul Play. And this Energy Ball should KO this Umbreon. Yep, it does KO this Umbreon, looking good. And they had a Abomasnow in the back as well. But we do have a energy advantage. This was very weird. I tried to throw that move, but for some reason my opponent got a Powder Snow and won the CMP. Yeah, there's a lot of funky, weird gameplay, but that's fine. I'm just gonna go for straight weather balls because I do still have energy advantage by farming the Umbreon down, right? I'm gonna go for this weather ball. We get their last shield, and now I think my opponent is trying to overfarm a lot, which makes sense because I still have a Lapras. Even though Lapras is very low HP, they have to go for the energy ball in order to kill my Lapras. I think I try to catch a move. Okay, nope. But I have to swap out after this weather ball if it doesn't KO. Otherwise, they're gonna farm us all the way down. Yep, we're too low. We have to go into Lapras right away. I want to go for the serve. They throw a move here, but I think this is actually a weather ball, and there's a chance that Lapras survives this weather ball. It's double resisted, and we do survive that. And we actually took down the Abomasnow with 1 more Ice Shard to take that game. So 1 HP in a dream on both of my Ice type Pokemon. Absolutely fantastic team. I love this team so much. Okay, let's see. We're against Venusaur, very good lead. They come out with Ampharos. I don't have a great answer to this Ampharos, so I believe I'm actually gonna go for the Leaf Blade. This is not a Shadow Ampharos, so I don't need to shield this. I survive a Shadow Thunder Punch for sure, and I'm gonna overfarm a little bit, and I'm gonna go for this Leaf Blade. Let's see if my opponent decides to shield. I think also I should try to maybe catch a Thunder Punch with my Abomasnow here, or I'm gonna farm all the way down. Oh, we're desynced. My opponent got off the Volt Switch before I got my Confusion, so they were able to throw the energy before my Confusion was finished. So now I'm just gonna farm it all the way down. It's not the worst situation. It would have been better if we were able to tank it with my Abomasnow, but I think this is fine. So they had a Empoleon in the back. I'm gonna bait a close combat here, because I think I can actually swap out, and in the end game I could get another Leaf Blade. Yep, I'm gonna transfer the waterfall damage. My opponent got off a few energy, and now here we're against a Venusaur. I'm just gonna go for straight Skull Bash. It will almost KO this Venusaur, or it will force a shield. And I think either situation will be good for us. We actually lived the Frenzy Plant. Lapras is an absolute tank. I actually decided to run this team also because like these two Pokemon in the back are the only way to compete against a lot of the XL Pokemon that we see, like XL Umbreon, XL Skarmory. They're just so bulky, and I wanted to run something that can actually compete against those Pokemon. That's why I decided to go into Lapras and Abomasnow. Here we have to shield a Sludge Bomb from this Venusaur. It will do a lot of damage, even though it does not KO. Yep, so I go for this Weather Ball right here. Before they get to the Sludge Bomb, obviously I don't want to tank a Sludge Bomb. And then they come out with the Empoleon. One Drill Peck does not KO. I think he gets to a Drill Peck very quickly, almost Yeah, he actually is very close to a second drill pack here. I think what I'm gonna do is go for an energy ball, and then go into my Gallade to get my last leaf blade off, which I should technically get to, because I think they need yeah, I'm gonna stop here. I think they need 2 waterfalls, and we get this leaf blade before the second waterfall damage registers. So very, very close game, because I think if they were able to farm me down there, they have another drill pack to throw against my Abomasnow to take that game. So good game to my opponent, very, very close. Here we have Gallate against Alolan Ninetales. I hope it's not Charm. Yep, it's Powder Snow, which means that we could actually handle this. Let's see, I'm gonna go for a Leaf Blade here. Let's see if we get a shield. It will still do a lot of chip damage, right? We don't get a shield. Alolan Ninetales is an absolute tank in Ultra League XL. Even though it's just a little fox, but it's very, very tanky. I'm going to try to catch a Weather Ball here. My opponent throws in the middle of my confusion animation. Very, very smart. That prevents me from catching. So I'm going to overfarm 2 confusions here. Before they get to the next Weather Ball, I'm going to throw this Leaf Blade. Whether get a shield or we take down this Alolan Ninetales, right? Let's see. We get a shield. Okay, so now I'm going to go into my Lapras. I'm going to attempt to farm this all the way down. They had a Galvantula in the back. I think I've seen this team already. I don't remember what the other person had in the back. I think it was Politoed, right? I played against this exact same team about earlier in this video. But let's see. So Galvantula obviously very good against my Lapras. The discharges hits were super effective. Fortunately, our Surf will chip down this Galvantula as well. Yep, I go for the Surf. I was hoping that my opponent was going to throw some energy, but my opponent held on to the energy and very determined to farm us all the way down. If we got to the other Surf, this will be very, very good for me. So now I'm going to go into my Gallade. I think I'm 2 confusions away from the Leaf Blade. My opponent overtapped, a crucial mistake, because I think my opponent had a move there. And then I go into Ninetales. My confusion went through. That means I'm actually going to shield this, because I think that confusion will almost KO. If not, one more confusion will do it. And now I think I'm going to go into close combat right away. They actually did have a Politoed in the back, so it's the exact same team that I ran into earlier in the video, which is very strong, right? They have a lot of Weather Ball spam, but at this point there's nothing my opponent can do. All I need is 1 energy ball to KO this Politoed with the Abomasnow. It's a very good matchup for Abomasnow anyways. So yeah, very, very good game to my opponent. Very strong team, triple XL Pokemon with 2 very spamminess. But fortunately we still won that game, and we got a 5-0 in the set, I think. I absolutely love this team. I think this team is very, very strong, very, very, very good against the double dragons that we see, and also it has the bulkiness to keep up against a lot of the XL Pokemon that we see. So I really like this team. I hope you guys enjoy the battles. Let me know if you guys are running this team as well and how it works out for you. But I absolutely enjoyed this. So make sure you hit the like button and subscribe for more. And I will see you guys in my next video.